So you can do that either within the gait you already have, like trot forward and trot back, like lengthening and shortening the stride. You did that? Perfect. Because before we start jumping, we want to make sure that he's going to react to your leg going forward and your body bringing him back. Obviously, so we can have some adjustability once you're jumping. So you'll be turning inside the skinny jump there, and then you're going to press him out sideways off your right leg over to the wall, and then when you get to the wall, go straight. And then where you are now, make your turn on that quarter line and then push him out sideways to the wall. So we don't want him to turn to the wall, right? You want to keep his body straight, and your outside leg keeps riding him forward, and then your inside leg is going to push on and off to work him sideways to the wall. What's that?
Those two knockdown jumps.
Well, you'll be close to the skinny jump, the one with the brown standards there. You'll be straight there, parallel to this wall, and then going over to the wall. Does that make sense? So you'll be getting sideways. Before this jump, you'll be getting to the wall. And then you're going to go to the inside of that oxer, and then leg yield out to the wall again. So test that you're in your, or check that you're in your working trot, right? Not fast, not slow. Good energetic beat to it. That's right. Look inside the skinny jump. Straight turn, 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 turn. Yeah. Now look over to the wall. Right leg on and off. Press over sideways. That's it. Good, and let's do that on the next quarter line as well, staying inside the oxer. And then Leo, I want you to think about keeping your hands up and apart and keeping his head and neck straight. Okay, so his whole body from tail to forelock is in one line. And then you're asking him to cross his legs over sideways. Keep your hands apart. Good. Good, super. He's just looking a little too much to the inside there. So one more, make sure you've got a little feel on that outside rein, keeping his neck straight. So there he had a bit of a slow reaction off your right leg, huh? There you can get stronger with your dosage of leg, your amount of leg. If he doesn't react right away, you need to get a little louder with how you're asking. So stick to your plan about keeping him facing straight. Now that's right, that's right. Really good. Okay, Leo, find a spot to change direction. And we're going to just do the same exercise, leg yielding now off the left leg a few times. Now just make a circle there, get yourself a little more organized, switching your posting diagonal, making sure he's looking ahead of himself. Yeah, there we go. Hands a little bit apart and lifted up so that you've got a straight line from your elbow to his mouth. That's right. Now straightness first. Good, and over. Over to the wall. Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. No, because of where the oxer is, I think we'll leg yield over before the oxer this direction. That's okay. So now turn inside the cross rail, and then you can leg yield over between the jumps. Keeping both elbows bent by your hips. And this time turn nice and early. Turn nice and early on your quarter line so you've got lots of time to practice the leg yield. And then really think about getting him sideways, getting him to cross over, step over. That's right. Wonderful. Okay, let's go ahead, prepare canter up in the corner here and then big circle at this end. Nice following elbows. Now I want you to push your chest out. Tip your belly button a little bit down so that you're not sitting leaning backwards. Reorganize quickly and press. Good. That's right. Chest up. Hips just a little bit bent. Good. Heel down, Leo. Try to keep your whole leg on his belly. Now make sure you've got a feel of both reins, not just the inside rein. And now I want you to make your circle a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller, spiraling in, half halt, don't chase him. Rebalance if you lose it. Now spiral your circle in, sit up, little half halts. Remember your leg has to be stronger than your hand. Good for you. Energy. I want you to look not too far ahead of yourself. Outside rein, half halt, turn, turn, half halt, legs and rein, half halt. Good, almost. Make sure you're not turning too much like this, okay? You do need to have a little feel on the outside rein. Outside rein. Now shift him over. Bring his shoulders over. Outside leg and rein and leg and rein. Awesome. Energy. Good. Not too small. Good. And go forward again. We don't need him doing any pirouettes, okay? You don't want to go so small that he can't do it. That's right. Good. One more, a little bit smaller. Jump, 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 jump. Good, 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 good. And bigger again. Excellent. That's hard work for them on the small circle. Feel your outside rein. And let's go long side lengthen. Stretch up. Thumbs point forwards. That's okay. Next time, long side and lengthen. Feel your outside rein. The outside rein is too baggy.
So long as the wall?
Yep. And lengthen. Good. Super. And settle him back. Stretch up. And circle there. Sitting in. And leg. And left bend. Keep a feel on your outside rein, Leo. Circle. Good for you. Okay, walk transition. Okay, that's a little bit the old Leo. I thought we fixed that one. I don't want to see you lean back like this. Let's try that again. Okay, you're going to keep yourself at the front of the saddle, bend your knees and get firm without leaning back. Ready, sink in, knees bent, hands up. Much better. Good, okay, let's give him a walk break. Oh, Woody really likes the galloping part. He's pretty good at that. Well, I just gotta check your nose down. Looks like it's a bit low here. So anytime you have a bridle with a flash, the cavison part of the noseband, which is the top part, needs to be a little more snug, right? Because otherwise it drags down, and then the flash ends up, see where my fingers are? That's nostril up to there. Sorry, bud. So you don't want to be blocking his nostrils, right? Head up.
So you just want it to be tighter?
So the top part just needs to be a bit tighter, and then the flash part will sit a little higher up and not pinch his nostrils. Ew, it's all slimy. Gross. Ugh, Woody, you can have this back. Yuck. Okay. Okay, so just start in working trot down here. A little bit of right bend. Good. Okay, when you're ready, canter transition. Stay tall and still. And then same thing this way. I'm going to have you spiral in. Now think about sitting your seat bones, keeping your hips a little more bent. Ah, good for you. Energy, energy, look up, energy. Stretch up, half halt, half halt, half halt, half halt. Legs and legs and legs. Good, back out again. Yeah, that's hard for him. Good, back out bigger and bigger. And let's go down the long side for the gallop, and then bring him back and circle at the end. Right bend, Leo. Right bend. Work, work, work. So he didn't come all the way back there, huh? Lengthen on the next long side, but bring him back more at the end. And work your bend. That's part of how it's going to get him submissive. Ready? Sit up, right bend, and wait, and wait, and wait. Right bend. Lift and work your inside fingers a little bit. There's the right bend. One more circle. He didn't hold the right bend the whole time. Make sure you're on top of it. Sit in, looking, feeling your inside rein a little bit. And preparation, and walk. Knees bent, hips bent. Try not to lean back. Stay at the front of the saddle. Good. One more like that. Good. If you think about staying at the front of the saddle, it really helps because then you don't end up pushing back away from your legs. Ready and canter. Make sure he's looking right. He shouldn't be looking anywhere else. Stretch up. Ready and halt. Knees bent, hands up. Good for you. Do you feel he's listening better? He's not resisting because you're not pulling on his mouth. You're using your body to stop. Make sure he's looking right. Now think of chest up, belly button down. So your back is flatter. There we go. Awesome. Nice. Good. Right bend. Excellent, Leo. Good. Okay, walk a sec. Cantering in, big half circle through the middle here and cantering over the vertical there. Yeah, so coming to the little skinny one there. Behind you. Yeah. So you need to line him up early enough that he knows exactly where he's going, right?
Should I start over there or here?
Yeah, start down at that end and then you can come through the middle to the vertical. Now just test that you've got a little bit of energy there. You don't need much more speed, but you need to have him marching. Straight with leg, straight with leg, straight with leg, both sides. Good, that's fine. Now come one more time, Leo. Let's have a little more canter the whole way. So open his stride a little now. That's right. That's enough. That's enough. Good. Now keep what you have. Looking at your jump. Staying strong in 2 legs. It's okay. Yeah, one more time. I want you to count your rhythm to help you know where you're at, okay? The canter was fine. That time you just needed to make a bit of a decision about whether you were continuing to wait or whether you needed to open up a little. So the kick isn't really going to help you, right? The kick is not so useful because we take our legs off and then on. What'll help you, A, is having a straighter horse with your outside leg from farther back. Outside leg, outside leg, outside leg. Beautiful. Good, Leo. So there, just having him straight off your outside leg allowed you to find that jump going forward because he wasn't wiggling from side to side. Right? If he's wiggling and you ask him to go forward, that energy is going to go right or left. If he's straight and you ask him to go forward, that energy is going to go forward. Very good. Oh, Woody, what a star. He's been such a cool addition to my group, this horse. And we're lucky to have you, Woody. Okay. I like your deep, solid leg there. Now start with just a little bit more canter. But actually, now that I say that, I'm just thinking, wait a minute, we were going to start on trotting into this grid, right? So come off the right rein. Yeah. I think I might have said it the wrong way. So you're coming off the right rein into the grid. And then turning left, and then the rest of your course is in canter. Arch your back, be looking out ahead of yourself. Good, thumbs pointing forwards. Now he needs to really know where he's going. Communicate. Look up, look up. Don't worry about your lead. Look where you're going.
Yeah, I was thinking, I thought he could do a flying lead change, but no.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have to go jump that jump.
Yeah.
That's not such a hard turn that you need to do a lead change. Worry about your lead change after that jump. No, you're supposed to go jump the cross rail, right? He can canter on the left lead to that cross rail.
Oh, he can?
Sure.
Oh.
It's not a very tight turn. Right, if that cross rail was over here, then yes, you would need a lead change. But this is pretty minor turn, right? So what I want to see is you looking up, you riding a straight track. If he gives you a lead change, that's fine. But just ride the canter that you have, okay? On a bending line, we usually don't worry about lead changes. Okay? And we certainly don't want to be looking for them like this.
I thought I needed a lead change.
Okay. No.
Should I do the whole course?
Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty minor counter canter, right? He should be able to counter canter to any jump. We just wouldn't ask him to counter canter on like a 15-meter circle or something like that. That starts to get a bit too hard. Good, Leo. So this is a good canter. Keep what you have. Keep what you have and ride a good track, right? Have both sides of his body accounted for, both legs. Now looking for your turn. Keep him looking. Stretch up tall, straight, straight. Looking at your jump, rhythm. Good. Circle with right bend. Work his inside shoulder up, inside nose to the right. Good. Now half halt, organize and canter. Don't let him finish on that, right? Canter. Now stretch up, keep your leg and prepare your trot transition. Good, Leo. Excellent. So I'm going to have a look and see where you should be looking here. Make sure you have a focal point for your halt, right? You're picking a spot to look at and sticking with it. Hands up, look for your turn. Good. Love it, Leo. Good job. Now look up. Stretch up tall. Rhythm, 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 rhythm. Whoa. There's the looking down. Stop, 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 child. All right, sir, so we got a little bit of an awkward distance there, which is fine. Now, the more awkward the distance, the more important it is that you are like this, okay? I don't want you staring down into the abyss of the awkward distance, okay? Because if he does decide to stop, your balance is already gonna be leaning forward and it's gonna be much harder to stay on. And he will stop every so often, okay? Most horses will every so often. But he will, okay? So the grid was excellent. You made a bit of a jump off turn. Yeah, that's okay, probably because I was saying, look at it. That's okay, so you made a little bit of a jump off turn, but you actually rode it really well. So if that was your jump off, that would have been perfect. And then I thought you rode a smoother bending line, which is great. That time he did not give you the lead. So he's on the wrong lead to this jump, which again is okay at this point. Okay, that's a smooth enough big turn. But it is important to know whether you're on the right lead or not. From that jump to this jump, you do have enough time to do a nice simple change, right? So if he doesn't land and give you a lead change, I would say trot. and pick up your canter. Okay. And then we just need to be on the halt here and picking your spot to look at. Like, I think you line up with all those telephone poles or whatever they are over there. Whatever it is that you choose to look at, make sure that you are set on it, okay? I'm just gonna make the little bit more room here in the one stride and we'll do the whole thing again. Now remember, if in doubt or when in trouble, look up. Good with your eyes. Stay at the front of the saddle. Halt, halt, halt. Don't take so long. And I don't actually want you leg yielding to the wall because he hasn't cut into the right yet. So remember, if you remember last time, we were leg yielding him over because he kept cutting into the right? So we were exaggerating it. But I would like you to be halted with the jump right behind you if possible. Okay? Now, coming to this jump, did you feel his canter getting bigger and bigger? You have to be a little bit careful with that, right? Because either you're going to end up with your canter getting longest at the jump, or you end up with longer chip at the jump, right? Very rarely do we get a canter that's lengthening to the perfect distance. Okay, usually it mixes up their rhythm, right? Because they don't have a consistent beat on the way to the jump. So let's start with the bending line. So the left lead canter around to the vertical. I loved how you rode that part, but then I want you to keep your canter the same here and then land and halt straight. Okay, good. Good leg, Leo. Keep your chest up. Yes, I love it. Straight, straight, straight. Good for you. Okay, give him a pat. Good. So that time he was anticipating you leg yielding him to the fence, right? So that's why he got a little ahead of things. You were good to catch him and correct him, but it's not a big surprise that he made that mistake because the other times you had taken him to the fence, okay? Really good. I love your leg on at the vertical. Okay, and that time I saw you half halting and maintaining your canter on the way here. Okay, excellent. Okay, I'm going to change this just a little bit. Half circle, then your bending line, then the cross rail, bending to the one stride, and then halt on a straight line. Now you're going to have to be very determined about that, because especially with having a combination, he'll probably be a little bit full of himself and he'll be thinking about doing a lead change. So I would use your voice as well when you land, whoa, and just be very clear right from the beginning, okay? Make sure you're riding your rhythm to this jump, right? Not chasing him to it. Straightness off your outside leg. Outside reine's a little floppy looking. Make sure you've got even contact. And that you like your canter. This is your best canter to set your course, start your course. Good. Now look, hands up, right bend, rhythm, look, oh, good. You're so talkative. Do you need gloves? You hurt your thigh? Okay. Now I thought you were pretty darn brave and it wasn't too scary for me, but I thought you were really brave to go ahead and go there after you'd had such a big jump over the cross rail. A lot of people would have chickened out and gone, that wasn't the canter I wanted, or that wasn't the distance I wanted. And I'm actually really happy that you kept going there, right? It's not like you were totally out of control. It was not ideal. But you kept going, you made it work, and you still got your halt done. I'm very happy about that. Okay? You feel his funny athleticism here, where when he gets a bit deep, he kind of goes, ooh, like jumps it in a curve. Okay? Good, I think we should do that again. I really love jump 1 as well, even though he knocked it. He's not always very good at finishing his jump with his back legs. So I'm actually going to put a pole, a landing pole here for him. And this is for him, not you. Okay, but just give me 1 second, I'll grab a landing pole for him. Maybe I'll steal this one. The landing pole, now he might actually like spook at it or jump a little sideways over it or whatever. He probably won't, but just something, anytime you add a pole on the ground, sometimes they're not sure about that. And then again, you're just regulating your canter to the cross rail. Hopefully we've got a little more normal distance there this time. Keep sticking with your good canter beat to maximize your chance of that good distance. And then just like you did, looking to your combination, rhythm, and halting after. Thumbs on top, pinkies on the bottom. There you go. That's right, then you can feel with your fingers. Good. Think about where he's looking. Ask him to look right. And keep your half halt.
That's too short.
Look up. And halt. Halt, halt. Good for you. Okay, let's turn right. So you're right, Leo. That's too short, but that's what you got to. Look up and support it as best you can, right? So important that you look up in those awkward moments. Okay, let's do the last piece again. The cross rail to the combination to the halt. Make sure your body language is saying halt early. It's a tough one to break, but we'll just keep at it. Circle and get right bend. You need to be a little more on top of your right rein contact. That's right, good. Keep him looking right around your right leg. Half halt. Awesome, Leo. Big pat for him. Now you rode that so much better. That was fantastic. Part of the setup was the right bend. Okay? And in general, sometimes your right rein is too loose. So even on the way to your bending line fence, what I see here is when you're on this track, your left rein is tight and your right rein has a little gap in it. And you'll see it on the video, okay? So, yes, he's on the left lead. You might even want him looking slightly left, but you don't want to give away your outside rein, right? You've got to have both sides of him riding to that fence. Okay, but I loved your ride in here. You were patient, good distance in, kept your eyes up, nice bending track, and fantastic into the halt, okay? Because you were thinking about it right away. So his brain didn't go, oh, lead change, turn, whatever. He was right away thinking, oh, I've got to halt now. Okay, so he starts balancing himself up. Good boy, Woody. Okay, good for today.
Okay.
Well done.
Okay.
Okay, so just walk him for a bit.